So I wanted to make this quick video to talk about the benefits of owning a home, just about this conversation that I had, and it really made me want to share this because it just highlights the benefits of being a homeowner. I know as a loan officer, I'm a loan officer. I know if you're a real estate agent or if you know a real estate agent or a loan officer, we are always talking about buying a home, the benefits of owning a home, why you should buy a home. You know, we're always talking about home ownership. And I really like when I have real life scenarios that I can share with you all. So that way you can see like, okay, I'm not just saying this. I'm not just talking just because this is what I do, or this is something that I'm working towards or I'm working in, but this is actually stuff that people are doing in real life and they're seeing certain things with doing it. So let's go into it. So anyways, there's this person that I helped purchase a home. This man, I helped him buy a home, and it was about a little over 2 years ago that he had purchased his home. He calls me maybe a couple weeks ago. He calls me and he was just asking me information regarding property taxes. So I answered his question. He also had a question about like equity. He was like, okay, I see that I see like he could go in his portal and he can see where like that his home is, the equity is increasing, or his home is increasing in value, or you know the amount that he has in equity is a certain dollar amount. So he was like, Versie, I just want to, I want you to kind of explain this a little bit more to me, because he was possibly looking into doing like a refinance. First, he wanted to know what is equity? Because, these terms are not terms that they hear all the time. I'm a loan officer. You may be a real estate agent. You may be a home buyer. You may have purchased a lot of homes. You may know these things, but everybody doesn't know. So he was like, what is equity? So I told him, and this is the reason why I feel like buying a home is one of the best investments you can ever make. And I'm going to break down why. So this gentleman purchased this home 2 years ago. We're a little over 2 years ago. Well, yeah, 2 years ago. When he bought the home was X amount of dollars. The purchase price of the home was X amount of dollars. So when he bought the home, he paid the purchase price of that home. So months go by, a year goes by, another year goes by. We're here now in 2024. So 2022 is the purchase, 2024 is where we're at now. So he purchased a home at this price. I'm not gonna give the exact price, but I'm gonna say it was in the 300s, it was mid 300s. Let's say mid 300s. The home now, because time has passed, the market may have changed, the values of home has increased, the price that he purchased the home at, it's no longer worth that, because time has went by, and due to the market changes, that home is now worth more than what he paid. It's now worth this amount. It's more than what he initially paid. That is equity. Equity is what you owe, like the difference from what you owe to what the home's value is now. The reason why I say that it's one of the best investments is because, number one, what is this guy doing that's so extravagant to where his home, the value from then till now is over $80,000. I know to some people $80,000 may not be a lot of money, but to me, I feel like $80,000 is a lot of money, considering the only thing that this man is doing is he's paying his mortgage. He's not really working to get that investment. He's paying his mortgage, and his home is continuously working for him. The thing is that when you buy a home, the price you pay for your home is not the price that home is going to be worth in the long run. When you buy a home, of course, there's sometimes where the home may not increase in value by a significant amount. It may not be a big amount, but you're going to start to see increases, because The home that man owns is in an area. You look at the value of the property that man owns, they're going to do comps, meaning they're going to look at the different values of the properties that's around that house. And that's what they're going to determine, what are these houses in this area worth? And that is what is going to be the value of the house. And to tack back onto what I say, the reason why it's such a benefit of owning a home is because, like I said, this guy, but prior to him owning this home, he was living in an apartment. He was paying his rent. He was not getting any increase, no benefits. More than likely, within those 2 years that man, if he would have continued to rent his apartment, more than likely his rent would have increased twice since he was still in that apartment. But because he moved, yes, he had to invest his down payment. He had to make an investment in his closing costs. He had to make that initial investment to buy the home. But now that he's in the home, he's not doing anything extra. It's not like he has a side hustle to where he has to pay into it. He's not doing anything extra but paying his mortgage. Something that he would have done in the apartment. He would have been paying the rent. He's paying his mortgage. The home is increasing in value. And the home is going to continue to increase in value. So the thing is, that made me just realize that, okay, the reason why we preach it so much, and the reason why I'm going to speak for myself. The reason why I preach it so much is because when you actually see it in action, when you actually look at the numbers, when you actually see the guidelines and the different things that you can do as a homeowner and the benefits that it allows you to do, when you actually help those people utilize the equity that they have in their home, those are the reasons why I can confidently come and tell you that buying a home is one of the best investments possible, because I see it all the time. I see the things that people are able to do with it. The next part that I want to go into is, what are your options as a home buyer? Because now we talked about the equity. I've explained to him what equity is. Now he wants to know what his options are. Okay. And I'm going to make another video about this kind of more in detail, because I'm going to talk about like refinancing and stuff too, but that's going to be in a separate video. But what options that this guy has, or why does the home equity benefit him, or how can it benefit him? So, number one, the guy can just sit on the equity, can just sit on it. He can just casually just continue to live his life, pay his mortgage, grow a family, raise a family, just continue to pay his mortgage. And as the years go by, the equity will increase and increase and increase. There's no specific amount. I'm not going to say like, oh, he's going to be at 500,000. We don't know. But we do know that it is going to continue to increase over time. It may not be huge jumps, but it's going to be consistent over time. Now, my personal belief, I do not believe that there is going to be any market crashes anytime soon. I believe the market is going to continue to go stronger. I believe that things are going to continue to increase. I believe home prices are going to continue to increase. I personally believe that there's going to be more, the home market is going to be strong. It's going to get stronger and stronger and stronger as years go by. But that's just my personal opinion. Now, in regards to what options that he has, he can either sit on it, like I said earlier, he can sit on it, watch it increase. He can, if it makes sense for him, he can do a refinance. So let's say he says, okay, you know what? I want to put a pool in my property, or I want to take out some money to do renovations, or I want to pay off some debt. He can take a portion of his equity and do a cash out refinance and utilize that money for that intended purpose. He can do that. That's an option. He doesn't have to do, excuse me. It's an option. He doesn't have to do that, but that's an option he has as a homeowner. The third option he has, and this is something that is going to be dependent on him if you ever wanted to do that, or if he wants to do that. His option is, and this is another reason why I say it's such a good, home ownership is a good thing, is because if let's say he say, you know what, I'm sick of California, because there's a lot of people that's doing that. They're done with California. They're done with the expenses, how expensive it is out here. Everybody's leaving. A lot of people are leaving. So what if you say, Versie, I found another position out in a different state. I want to go ahead and move. He can list his house. And when he lists a house, he's not going to list it at what he bought it for, because it has appreciated in value. We're now here. So he's going to list it at this price. And when he lists it at this price, he may sell it at that price, may sell it a little lower. Who knows? But he's definitely going to come out on the positive end. So when he sells this house, he will pay off what he owes to the mortgage. He pays mortgage off. He will pay his fees, as if he has any realtor fees, if he has any liens on a property, if he did any down payment assistance, with any type of fees that needs to be paid will be paid. After all that, the remainder of the money that's left is his to do. Whatever he wants to do with that money, he can use that as a down payment on another house. If he's moving out of state, he can use that for his travel fees. He can use that for whatever he wants to do with that money. It's his to use, because he initially invested in purchasing a home. I don't want to make this video too long, but I wanted to talk about that because it really just made me put it all together. Okay, this is the value of owning a home. And like I said, he's not doing anything different. He's literally just paying his mortgage and living his life as he would normally do. But his home is no longer at what he paid it for. And this is something that all the people that have helped buy a house, this has been their scenario. Whether they choose to refinance or do a what do they call? Do a I'm thinking a HELOC or anything like that will make their payment higher. That is something that they choose to do. But the home's value is definitely increasing. So I want to share this video with someone. Hopefully this was helpful for you. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned in this video, don't hesitate to reach out to ask. I'll be more than happy to give you guys that information. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day and make it a great one.